Hi everyone. I hope things are going well for you. Um, I wanted to talk about, I know I'm back into my little corner because school started today. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about two things: the verses review, and the second thing is the Salt and Pepper video, Salt and Pepper movie. Okay, first, the verses. Why did it take 3 hours? I would tell you why it took 3 hours. The versus battle between Keysha Cole and Ashanti. Why did it take 3 hours? Well, that's because they were both late. Keysha Cole was much later than Ashanti, so there we go. I was asleep, so I luckily woke up as soon as it started. So I wasn't sitting around for an hour and some waiting for these two people to show up. Um, Also, I shake my head because they were so like, it was an odd show in the sense that clearly they were they didn't really have a vibe with each other. And it was a little tense, and I thought that maybe, clearly they have a little tension going on with themselves. So that was cool to see. And I think that people think that Ashanti is a punk, or she's not going to stand up for herself. And clearly, Keysha Cole couldn't just walk all over her. So that became a bit of a contentious moment. But as a whole, I think I was kind of surprised at the number of songs I knew about Keysha Cole. But as a whole, I'm an Ashanti person. I know much more of Ashanti's catalog. Ashanti kind of knows her voice, so she writes really well for her voice. Keysha Cole, her voice isn't always there, so this notion that they're going to do a sing along throughout the whole thing didn't quite make sense because Keysha Cole shouldn't do that. And what was up with the outfit? I don't understand Keysha Cole's outfit. So there was that. Okay. I'm done with the versus review. Um who do I think won? I don't know. I'm biased because I think that Ashanti's whole album, her whole first album, is better than much of Keysha Cole's stuff. So there you go. Anywho, the movie, Peppa and Salt movie, was trash. Salt and Pepper's movie was one of the worst ones, and I say that with love. I say that with love because it was just, the casting was horrible. Why you gotta cast Martin Lawrence looking like he's way older than what he used to look like? Like, he go back to old Martin episodes. He was a young little spry dude. Go back to Def Jam. Like, what are we doing? What is this? I thought that was just so uncool. Now, years ago, first, and then another thing is they stopped it in 2005. Why? Why? Why would you stop this in 2005? So, VH1 they had a Salt and Pepper VH1 reality show. And this is where we got to see how religious Salt was, and there's some songs that she didn't want to sing, and Peppa was like all like her personality is just so over the top, right? And that's when we really got to see personality wise, and you're like, I don't see how these two people came together at all ever. So well, they're the yin and yang. And there was an episode or two that had Spinderella on it, and Spinderella made a comment, and I'll never forget when she's sitting there talking to them, and she's like, so when you do Salt and Pepper and then you don't have me in it, where am I? Am I the in? And they kind of was, somewhat addressed it. And let's I, you know what makes it really sad, and it was sad to watch the episode, and it was actually kind of sad to watch this, and they kind of made it be like, well, she was young, so she's just like this kid because she was young. And so then it's like, okay, so I can understand why you didn't want to hang around her because, she's 16, she can't go anywhere. You guys are like in your 20s. So I get that because, I had an older cousin, and um, there were times where I kind of made her drag me along. And then eventually it was like, well, they don't want you to. She's like, I'm getting tired of you, so I get that. There are things where it's like, okay, Liz, you're 15, so you need to chill. And then so I get that, like I'm okay with that now, especially now that I'm older. And I was kind of cool with it then. I was like, I knew I was being an annoying little cousin because I felt like that was my job, to be an annoying little cousin. But at the same token, my um if I was working with these people, I mean, she was the epitome of the third wheel. She was a third wheel of a third wheel. And that I don't like. Like, they really made her feel like, why am I here? Why should I be bothered with you guys? And so this whole movie made it seem like, okay, I get why Spinderella, like, if she would have had input in this movie and she told her third side as part of the group, then I don't know where she would have fit. Because what they said in this movie is that we're friends. You are a hired DJ who was thrown into the group. Thrown into the mix. You were not a third member. I mean, to me, it's worse than. I mean, I don't know. Like, they treat this girl worse than a Destiny's Child. Because at least they were like, yeah, you're not a member of the group, and yeah, you can't show up anywhere, and yeah. But no, they drag this chick along, making her think that she's included. When they say Salt and Pepper, they make her think that she's supposed to be there when they're like, you don't have to be here. And I'm gonna say that when I was growing up, I always wondered, what's up with Spinderella? Like, I always wondered that. Like, I was like, Spinderella, what's up with Spinderella? No, I guess we know. Nothing. She tried her best to be their friend and their comrade, and they didn't want her. Like, and no, like, I've listened to the interviews where they were on the Breakfast Club. I've I I don't see how you can't come away with the fact that they just, no need to apply. You're not a friend. And they continue to keep harping on, we were friends first. And then she comes. I don't know. Like, I didn't like how the movie was. And I think that it let us know even more of how their friendship was and how their reaction was. Like, it let you know even more that, you know, they were nothing. Like she was just to feel like anybody could do what she does, like kind of a thing. And that it's them two that is Salt and Pepper. Um and I think that maybe they shouldn't have even had her in the group. I think maybe they should have had like a featured person, or if you had like a featured, maybe they should have kept it as a male person, like a male DJ or something. So then you can really see that that person is not a member of the group. I think because it's a female and saying you're part of, then it made her feel like she was a part of, when you didn't want her to be part of. You wanted her to be just the DJ. She is the DJ to Salt and Pepper. I think you should have aligned that more in the wording instead of making her feel like she is a part of the group, because she's not part of the group. I thought the casting was trash, and they need a name tag so I can understand who's who, because I don't know who's who throughout the whole movie, because the names didn't match with the faces or the likeness, or like you can kind of get Kid and Play because of the hair, and that's about it. I mean, one is he wasn't even all that light. Kid is like really light skin. Whatever. I mean, the movie was just, that's how it was. um, Wendy's come on next week, and I think that Wendy's is about to be. She's about to tell all her business, and I think that's kind of cool because we've been criticizing her for not telling her business, but she's getting paid on a third platform, right? She's getting a documentary, she's getting everything, and a TV show to tell all her business, and I think that's a pretty cool spin, if I not say so myself. Anywho, I'm gonna get off of here. I need to get back to work. Try to do more postings. I need to actually get a um. Well, there's a lot. I'm getting a lot of messages that since class started at 9:30 this morning, so it's kind of like I don't post or anything. Anywho, um, have a great afternoon, and I know I was supposed to bring my coffee and all the other stuff. I'll do it tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye bye.